back to my YouTube channel, guys. Today we have a great news. As you know that I want my own house. As you know that I want to build myself a house. Today I brought this chalkboard, a marker, and an eraser. I'm at school. I'll be schooling with you guys. Okay? So as I want to do all those things, buying a house, taking what you call the what's this called? Now I forgot. Now the materials and all those things that are expensive and shit like that. Okay. Let's start afresh. Tariro.
Most people think you need millions of US dollars to start your own building project here in Zimbabwe. But that's not the case,
Not
guys.
million,
Today
but
we are
somewhere
going to
like
break it down
500,000.
for you what you really need to start your own building projects, the cost involved to
Okay.
build your own comfortable house. We're
Wow.
going to break it down, the low budget, the medium budget, and also for those who want comfortable finish in their house. So without
Damn.
wasting much of your time,
She
guys,
have a
let's
fire
get
extinguishers in
started
her
into
house.
this
That's a
video.
good thing.
But not if you think you can build a house that is less than 10,000 in Zimbabwe, then
Guys,
please,
I did. Okay. While she's talking,
please
okay.
be careful.
Do
You're
you know
going to
that I
lose,
did what you call
you're
these
going to
things?
make a very expensive mistake. So please watch this video because we're going to
Safety
break everything down.
and dude, I have a qualification, but I don't know what the qualification is for. But it's a safety thing, bro. Safety and majors and shit, something like that.
Hey guys,
The
my name is
industrial one,
Mark,
about
and
the
if you're watching
fire
me here for the
extinguishers and
first
all those
time,
things.
welcome.
I
And if you're a
forgot.
returning
But
subscriber,
when we
you
can bring
guys,
the
like
books here,
always, you're
we'll tell
really
you all shit
important to
about
me.
it.
I really appreciate you
Okay.
all for the support. Don't forget to like, comment, and share our videos because it also
Did I
helps this
subscribe?
channel to grow. It
Okay, I'm
helps to
subscribed.
reach
I'm
new
subscribed.
audience.
Don't
So
forget to
like I
subscribe,
said,
YouTube guys.
and also by the title of this video, we are going to break everything down on
Okay.
what you really need if you want to build your own house in Zimbabwe. First thing first,
Okay,
what you really need is to have a piece of land, be it in the rural, be it in towns, whether you want high density suburbs, whether you want
what's a
low
good
density
thing,
suburbs.
Tariro? I don't know if you made this content. I know you're going to watch this, okay? I don't know if you made this content. I like the way the B-rolls and all those things you're making in your videos. That's a good thing, okay? But I think the video that you must make on us actually to watch, there's a big question to us. Like before building the house and all those things, we need to know the legitimate or to know how do we, because most of us were getting scammed the time we buy the land. If you understand that shit, you know. For instance, you buy the land and they tell you that you don't have they say it's a title deeds, things like that, you know. And then they'll come and pass your house. They like break it down, you know, after you already built the house. So you need to take us through that process and what we must look after, what we must look for when buying the land. Because some of the people that are buying the land, that they don't have the title deeds of the land, they don't have the rights to sell the land to the people, and the places, even okay. Let me say for instance, how you must take us like through on how like we must know that this land is like what you call it? It's like I won't say the process, but the place that they're doing this community thing, they're like what you call it? I don't know how to say it in English, right? But we want to know how long will it take for the place to develop, for the place like to take what you call it? Because other places, bro, okay, you buy a house, a stand and things like that, and then you build, you finish, and then like the services will come after 20 years or 10 years. So we don't know, bro, like the legitimate when it comes to that, bro. So we want you to take us through that thing. If you get my point, actually, if you get my point, I hope you do get my point. Okay, and don't mind CD. CD talks too much. Sometimes
The
I don't know
choice
what
is
I'm
yours.
saying.
This
But
course that we
I
want to
hope
talk
you're getting the
about,
point.
it's plus or minus the figures that I'm going to talk about. So I'm sure this video is going to help you, even if you want to do your own budgets, to make sure you are in the right track. As I'm starting this video,
the best thing, now I'm talking as a pro too. Okay, I'm not in a average IQ or knowledge or experience like Sariro. Sariro is working with these things. It's been a while since I was watching her content and things like that. She knows very well about the real estate and investment when it comes to homes and things like that. You know? When it comes to building a house and all those things, me, because I do this thing of content creation and things like that, bro. The more you buy budgeted things, the more you minimize spending, is the less the quality is. If you understand what I'm saying, the less like you pay for the shit, bro. It's like the quality goes down. Not always, but most of the times. For instance, you want to buy probably a brick. Those bricks right now are like 15 cents. Okay, I was doing my own research on the side. Okay, oh, it's like 15 cents, and then there's someone will tell you like, dude, There are bricks that side, bro. They are 5 cents, and they will look like the same bricks like the one that the guy was saying 15 cents. And then you go and buy those bricks. After that, you build your house. The house is already like in a window level or somewhere there on a roof level. And then they'll start to rain things that now your bricks are starting to erode now. What are you going to do about that? So when you're building a house and things like that, I think it's my advice for me. It's not like I must put the disclaimer out there. I'm not a pro. I'm not like good in these things. But I think the more you budget on the shit, is the less quality that you get. You know, yeah, that's the thing. There are other things that I know like they are more expensive than the price that they must be. Hey guys, you won't get me.
Maybe just to help those who have never been able to buy land, or those who are looking forward to buy land in Zimbabwe. If you're looking for raw land, like always, raw land is free, absolutely free, because it's state land. But there are also people who are moving from their original rural areas, from their original reserves, going to other places. But those people might have built something. They are now just saying, I'm going to sell because there is a property that I've already built, but state land is not for sale. So it's absolutely free. But if you find someone who is in that case, then maybe you're going to part ways with around 1,000, 1,500 US dollars, just depending with what that person has done on their property. And if you're buying in the towns, let's talk of small towns, Mashingo, and all those other small towns, then you have to know that you're going to be parting ways with 30,000 minus US dollars for buying land, depending with the area.
Especially. What did she say? Me too, I'm from Mashingo. I just want to know how much is it so that I can write the price. Okay,
all those other small towns, then you have to know that you are going to be parting ways with 30,000 minus US dollars for buying land, depending with the area.
30,000. 30,000 for just the land. Yo, it's too expensive, bro, because where I am right now, it's not that big town. Okay, Mashingo, I understand because it's a capital city and it's a big town, things like that. But 30,000 for just the land, I think it's just too much. I don't know how square meters, how big is the land and things like that, no? But 30,000, yo, that's too much. Okay, she said or less. Okay, let me put 5,000 there for me. I'll say 5,000 because where I am right now is around 3,000, if I'm not mistaken.
Especially if it's low density suburbs. Let's talk of 2,000 square meters going upwards. Then you have to know you'll be parting ways with around $30,000. Depending. And also if it's in the high density suburbs, then you have to know that you'll be parting ways with 15,000 US dollars going downwards. So these are the budgets if it's in small towns. If it's in rural district councils, then you have to know that you're not going to part ways with money that is more than 10,000 US dollars, depending also with the rural district council that you'll be using. Then if it's in the capital city, that is Harare, then you have to know that depending with the piece of land, you're not going to part ways with money that is less than 10,000 for a real and legal piece of land. Talking of 10,000 going upwards even to around 100,000, 157,000 US dollars, or even 200,000 US dollars just for a piece of land. But then this is where this video now comes in. You want to start your own building project now in Zimbabwe. What is it that you should do? What's the budget that you should put in place for you to get started? Let's talk of a minimum. Let's talk of the average building that most of the people nowadays are looking forward to be building in Zimbabwe. We talk of a house that has got floor size that is around 120 square meters, maybe to around 200 square meter floor size. It accommodates around 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, or maximum 5 bedrooms, depending also with how big the rooms are. So in that case, first things first, what you need to do is to have your own foundation sorted out. Foundation stage. We are talking of site clearing, digging of trenches, all the material that you need, quarry stones, river sand, and everything that you need for the foundation, and also inclusive of labor for the work
I hope the video that she's making, she will give us the example of the one house, so probably like the 5th bedroom, the house that have 5 bedroom and 1 main bedroom and like a kitchen and a dining. The basic one, we just need the price. We don't want different prices because I will get confused. Okay, let's hope that she will give us the prices for
completed. So on this one, you need around $1,500 US, going upwards to
Foundation.
around $6,000 US.
Let's say
Remember, we
2,000.
are working with the floor plan that is 120 square meters, going
2,000.
upwards to around 200 square meters. But this is plus or minus the figures that I've mentioned. It's plus or
3,000.
minus those figures.
3,000.
So
3,000.
it now depends with the house that you are working on. But also remember, this is just for a standard or
House.
the normal
Yeah.
foundation. When it now comes down to the special foundation, then the price won't be the same. I'm sure you might be charged even way more than the prices that I've told you here, now depending. So remember, I think I've done a video previously of a lady who sent me to their property in Galoe Park and saying, Tara, I just want you to go and help other people who are trying to build back home to understand that if you're building on a special foundation, then you have to know that you'll be parting ways with way more money than the ones that you would have budgeted for. And because of this, I think it's also important for people to go on the site and view their pieces of land before even purchasing. Why? Because it's really important. It also helps you not to part ways with more money that you would not have budgeted for. And if you still remember the video that we did, that lady was saying just for the jewelry that she was working on, she had already parted ways with around $20,000 just for the foundation before any brickwork was done. Just the jewelry foundation. So I'm sure you can just imagine how it might be if you're building a house. And I think many people, the places to avoid, those places where we have wetlands, those places where you have black soils. Yeah, because those soil types, at times it's really a challenge when it comes to foundations. One of no ways you can only have a special foundation. So please choose your stands wisely. If you're not in Harare, if you're not on the ground, always try and find someone who can go and do that for you and give you the honest feedback. That makes you have a clear picture, a clear mind on what to do. If you want that piece of land, then so be it. Then you can just buy the piece of land, knowing that you will be parting ways with a lot of money for the special foundation. Okay, from special foundation, we now move on to the next stage, that is brickwork, the structure up to wall plate level. So on this one, I think this is where the house now comes up, the house comes to shape. And I think this is one of the most exciting stages because you get to see your wall chikura up to a certain stage.
Bro, this person is building this house using first brick. This is first brick, right? I think this is first brick. That's a good brick, bro. Like your status.
And you already feel like, this is the house, this is how my house will be looking like. Like you start visualizing how it will be like after everything is completed. So this is actually the most important stage when you are building your house. So what you need on this stage is you need bricks, you need cement, door frames. Some they do internal and external walls. It just depends. And at this stage, on the issue of bricks, now it also depends with the kind of bricks that someone will be using for their building. Some they prefer using farm bricks, some they prefer using semi-common bricks, some they use red common bricks, some they use the blue heart that is being advertised nowadays by Shumba Africa. I'm sure we have featured him on one of our videos showcasing his bricks that he sells, and most people who actually purchase bricks from him can agree with me that when it comes to their red common bricks, they are very strong, durable, quality bricks. You won't go wrong if you are, especially for those who are building to invest. But if your building is just for, if you are doing a budget building projects, then I don't know. But for those who are building for investment, I would really encourage you to build using red common bricks. This is the most popular brick that is being used nowadays, and I think most councils, these are the bricks that they are recommending. And also when it comes to the cement to use, it now depends also with the one that you want to use. Some they prefer the cheaper ones, some they prefer the expensive ones, but it also depends on your own preference. I think on this one we can just work with the budget of around $4,000 to around $10,000, or maybe we can just put it on 7,000, maybe, or to $4,000 to $7,000 plus or minus, depending with what you want and your own preference. But one thing that I can tell you guys is, in as much as you are working on a budget.
Wait. 5,000. No. The math is not mathing to me, guys. Okay, if we say 5,000 for the cement, how much is the cement right now? Let's go to calculations. Guys. We go here. Calculations. Calculator. Where's my calculator? We wanna see how many bags. Okay. So if it's $5,000 for cement. Okay, and each cement is costing around, how much was the cement? $10. It's $10. Yeah, $10 divided by 10. So we need 500 bags of cement. Yeah, that's legit. That's legit. Yeah, that's legit. That's legit, guys.
In as much as you don't want to part ways with money, it's best you try and use quality material so as to avoid my expenses kumberi, because yes, you might cut corners today, but tomorrow everything
that's gonna
chaunenge
cost you.
wakajamba
Yeah.
chinongozokudzokera. So
Yeah,
please,
that's
please,
gonna
please
cost
do your project wisely and know what to do so as to
Quality
avoid
over quantity.
unnecessary mistakes. So
What the
moving
fuck did I
on
say? Quality
to
over quantity.
the cost, the next stage after the wall plate level, then we go straight to the roofing stage.
Oh,
I've
it's
heard
not
so many
cement, it's
people
wall.
complaining that
Okay,
when
okay.
it comes to roofing,
Wall
it's
until
just like you are
so we're
starting
saying
your own building
until
project.
roof.
And because of these
Until roof.
statements that many people say,
Yeah, roofing is more
yeah,
expensive.
anototyisa vamwe kuti should I really start my own building project, or maybe I should wait for the rightful time? I don't know.
There's no
But
right
one thing
time,
that I can
guys.
tell you
Just
guys
start.
is that there's no
If you have
rightful
money.
time when
Yeah,
it
there's no
comes
right
to these issues. Unogona kuverengera for life, and yeah, makore anenge achifamba.
Yeah, I wish the
So
numbers I
the
had,
most
like,
important
bought, like,
thing
on
is
the
for you
land,
to
you
sit
know.
down and see
And
if
I
it's
chow the
something that you
man. Yeah, I
can
don't
work
wanna
on.
lie. I
But
chow
one
the
thing that
man.
I've heard, I don't know, I'm not a builder, but one thing that I've heard with people who have been building is that once watongotanga the roofing stage, watongoleya timber yako, make sure kuti you have got the roofing sheets or even the tiles anenge achitori ready, because you don't want to maybe
To smash
have
your timbers.
your timber kuti igozonaiwa or even ikazonyanya affectwa neweather. At times it affects the whole roofing. And at times you can actually start the whole process
And the
again.
timber is
So
too expensive, guys, because
you're
there's a
just
guy
delaying.
that I know. He's saying like 6 meters of one timber. I don't know the names of the planks that they use. He's saying it's around was he saying $20? Something like $20 or $15. I'm not sure.
zvinhu zvako
But the timber is so
zvinyatsofamba
expensive.
zvakanaka. So on this one,
Just
what you
imagine how
need is
many
the
do you need?
timber. You also need the roofing sheets or even the tiles. You also need nails plus labor for the installation of that roofing. So on this one, I have seen nowadays most people, they prefer using the roofing sheets, the IBR roofing sheets.
Yeah, like
you can
my
just go
father's
for
is an
the
IPR
Q
roofing
tiles.
sheet.
Why? Because most people see kuti concrete tiles, they are a bit on the high side, so at times it's very difficult for some to afford those. But if you find someone who is really good at doing the roof, if you use the IBR sheets, the house can just come out really nice. Yeah, this is beautiful. I've seen so many houses like that. People, they just use
And
the
the
IBR
nice roof is that
tile,
one
the
where you can
IBR
put the ceiling
sheets, the
inside.
Q tiles, and
That's a good roof.
the house will be looking very, very beautiful and modern. So
Like
it's
this
also
one.
going.
This
It
one's the
also
best one.
goes down to what you really prefer.
imagine, bro, with
Maybe
the
in the comment
geyser.
section
After
you
that,
can
I
also
put the
help me
solars.
on how best you can avoid those sounds from the roof, especially if you use the
sheets.
IBR. How do you avoid that? Because I think
Ceiling.
that's what most people avoid when they want to use the concrete tiles. They want to avoid that noise when it's raining,
concrete tiles, we call
and
it,
even when the
that's
sun is
nonsense.
just too much. When there's heat outside, you just hear those sounds ka, 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 on the roofing sheets. So how best can you avoid that so as to help those who want to build using the roofing sheets, the IBR sheets? I know many people are going to help me on that one. So for this roofing, you have to budget around $5,000 going
5,000
upwards to
roofing.
around 9,000 or
let's
even
say
more,
6,000.
depending with the floor plan that you have. So remember, it's plus or minus. Some they can even part ways with around 11,000, $12,000. I've seen some other people who have parted ways with amounts like that. But for the average, it's around $9,000 for the roof, everything included there. So you also have to choose wisely
Just
what
imagine I just build a house like this one, bro. After that, I make it a fucking downstairs.
works best for your pocket
thing.
and what will be durable for you. And one thing that I've also noticed is that after roofing, most people, they completely stop their building project. They feel like I've pumped out more money than what I would have expected. So like I said, choose your roofing design wisely, choose your roofing material wisely, and also choose something that will work for you in the future. We don't want people who have got projects today and tomorrow they are thinking of something else. So please, please, please choose wisely on that one. So from there, we now move on to the stage where we have the
Plaster. Tubing.
windows, doors.
Okay.
I know I've
Windows.
got a
Windows and
guy that
doors.
I've been working with so
Okay.
much that is Panache, who does aluminium windows. But it doesn't necessarily mean that you also have to work with the aluminium or what. You can choose. You
So I
want
say windows and
steel, you
doors,
want the
door frames,
wooden,
doors, everything.
you want the aluminium. The choice is yours. But just choose something that you something that you would want to see most of the time,
a
something
house.
that will work for you, and something that you would not even want to change in future. Because if you use something today and maybe in the next 5 years you want to change it again, then it becomes very, very, very expensive for you, and maybe you would have just wasted money. So you have to think wisely on that one. PBS projects, I think there are so many people we have worked with him. Panache Aluminium is really good when it comes to aluminium, always work, and even
Let me
how
see.
he communicates
Doors
with the clients. I don't have
and windows.
anyone who has complained to me
And
so far when
windows.
it comes to that, and I just want to applaud him for that. Please, please keep on doing good. This guy is really good, guys. And many people have been asking if I can
My
do
lighting is
the
good. That's
video
there,
on
bruh.
real
Damn.
aluminium and also fake aluminium. So we are working on
Damn,
that.
bro.
I
Are
think
you guys
very
serious?
soon we are going to meet
Damn, bro. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. No, 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 no. It's not that
and
great.
do a video on
Not
that,
that
so
great.
that maybe if someone is also looking forward
That's not bad, bro.
to install aluminium on their building projects, they know the exact amounts that they should look forward to part ways with. Because I think someone gets a quote somewhere else, maybe the quotation will be saying for that work it's only 1,000 US dollars. Then you go to someone and for the same kind of work you get the quotation of around 5,000 US dollars. So yeah, some people they might think, this one is trying to scam me, and
Yeah.
or maybe someone will think the one who is charging 1,000 US dollars is using fake material or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's why we want to do that video, so as to understand how the fake material looks like, how the real aluminium looks like, and also the disadvantages of using the
Why my
fake and also the
Instagram?
advantages of
Okay,
using
okay, okay, okay. Let's
the
watch. Let's
real
look it.
aluminium. So yeah, we are working on it, and please stay tuned for you to see how it goes. So on this one, we are talking of the aluminium, the windows and doors installation, the glass installation. Also, if you want to use the steel or the wooden doors, it just depends with what you want, your preference. But looking on this one, we are looking at price ranges of around 1,500 going upwards to even around 5,000 US dollars, also depending with the kind of material that you would have chosen to use, be it the aluminium, the steel, or even the wooden. It just depends with what you want. But yeah, you know what you want, and I believe what you want works best for you. So okay, moving on to the next, that is electrical and plumbing. I think yeah, when we
No, Chariro. The doors and the windows, it didn't give us the price. Okay, you said from someone will say 1,000, another one will say 5,000. Okay, let's put it on 2. Okay, for that, let's put it on 2. Because it didn't give us like the amount, right? We say 2,000 for the windows. No, no, no. No, it can't be. It can't reach 2,000, bro. Let's say it's a 8-roomed one. Yeah, it can reach 2,000. Yeah, it can reach 2,000 because of the window frames, the doors. That means it will include the doors, and it will include the doors, the frames of the doors, the window frames, and the windows, the aluminium one you were talking about, and then the what else? What else is needed? Yeah, that means the windows will be included too. The glasses, the glass, we won't call it the glass and the window frame and the doors with their frames. It can reach 2,000 there, but we can't say that only the frames can reach 2,000. That can't be like in a standard house. No, 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 no. It can't be. So how much will be like each door frame? How much will be like each window frame? You see, because we are going with the aluminium, the standard one, the window frames that are made by our brothers. It's like, if I'm not mistaken, like the one for what you call it, the bedrooms, not the main bedrooms, like this size. I don't know about the inches, how many inches. It's like I remember when I went with my mother, she bought it around, it was 40. Yeah, $40 each. Okay. Okay, I'll get it. So we say 40 and it's a 8-roomed one. So it's 40 times 8. Uh that will be 40, 40, 80, 80 plus 80. It's like 160, 160 plus 160, 320. So we say it's like, no, it won't be 320. We must add another 80 for the room that have 2 windows each, the corner houses. So we say 280, I say 320 plus 120, because dining and plus 120, say 400 and 400 and 440. Somewhere there, I don't know where I lost my math, but it's like 440. Okay, well, at that range on the windows, the standard windows that are made by our brothers. I don't know about the aluminium ones. I never bought the aluminiums. Okay, 400 and let's say 500. Let's put it on 500. Okay, and so we say the door frames. We need my mother's house is a one, so it's an 8 roomed, and 8 room. The dining doesn't have a door. The kitchen does have a. Does the kitchen have a door? Yeah, the kitchen have a door. So the door frames, we need 7 door frames plus the back one. That's 8 door frames. So the door frames are cheaper. The door frames are $20 each. So 8 times 20 is equals to 8 times 7. Okay, let's say it's 8 times 20. That's 8 times 20. Talent, how's your math, bro? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It's 160, right? Yeah, 160. Yeah. It's 160. And then that's 160 plus that 500. You see, and actually it won't be a 160 because we'll add like 40 for the back door. The back door won't be the same like the interior ones. So the back one is more expensive, so that's why we're adding $50 to that one. It might be like $7 to $100. That means like we add that $50. That will be like $200 for the frames, door frames, and that will be $700. Damn, yeah, it can reach 2,000. It's 2,000, guys. 2,000. I'm so sorry for holding you guys up.
It comes to electrical and plumbing, now you can just feel like, hey, my house is almost complete, and you can't wait already to stay in your house. It's for renting. You can't wait to have a tenant in your house, and at this stage you just want everything to be perfect. Yeah, and
this house is big.
That's it. This is the stage. The electricals, we are talking of the tubing, we are talking of having my switches, we are talking of having sockets, we are talking of having the DB board, and when it comes to plumbing, we are talking of having, we are talking of piping, plumbing piping, we are talking of installation of my sink, installation of my bathtubs, everything that you know when it comes to electricals and also plumbing. Yeah, it falls under this category. So for this one, we are looking at the budget of around 3,000 up to around 4,000, just depending with who is doing that for you. It might be more, it might be less.
Nah, how is that cheaper? That's cheaper to your side. I don't want to lie. Because I still remember very well. How much did we spend? Is it 5,000? How many retarded? No, it's not 5,000, bro. No, it's not 5,000. It's not 5,000. No, I'm so sorry, guys. It's not 5,000. It's not 5,000. I'm the one who's retarded. Because I guess like the person that did the job wanted $400, right, to do the job, and then the material, if I'm not mistaken, costed us 15,000 rands. That is 1 point something. Yeah. So it's like 1.5 plus that's 400 for that guy. So we say 2,000. Yeah, it's around 2,000. Plus the money that you got to pay to the ZESA and the cable from ZESA is like 2,000. Let me say plus 300, 2.3. Yeah, 2.3. I'm the one who's retired, guys. I'm so sorry. I don't know where I messed up there.
Yes, also depending with who you have chose to work with, but all the same, these are the ranges, guys. And yeah, papa, you're almost there. Keep on. Your project is almost complete. After everything has been done, the plumbing, the electricals, everything is now sorted. Because the main reason why I started with the plumbing and also the electricals, it's because usually those guys are not on the wall. Some pipes and after that, that's when now the plastering comes in. The plastering and also the flooring. So now it also depends with the kind of floor that you want and also how you want your plastering to be done. So we are looking at the budget of around 3,000 to around 4,500, depending also with who is doing that for you and also with the kind of material that you would have worked with. So, but like I said, it's always advisable to use quality material so as to avoid doing that work again in the future. Here we move on to painting and finishing. And at this stage, you feel like, now I've done it, I've completed my project. Anytime soon, I move in the new house, I'm going to start baking and everything because you feel like everything is now done. I just advise people to choose their colors wisely. What works for you, don't choose the color because you've seen it on the next door. Choose the color that you would want to see. Maybe if you're going to stay there for the I mean, I don't know how
Nah.
long you'll be staying at your house, because I've
Nah,
seen most
oh,
people,
shut
they
up.
just want
I
kuti
need to say
ndikaona imba
something bad.
ikwanhingi,
I'm so sorry.
the color
I need to
yakaisa
say
ndo yandiri
something.
kutoda, ndikaona imba ikwanhingi, the color yakaisa ndo yandiri kuda. But maybe in future also, this is not exactly what I wanted, because the finishing,
It's
the
the shower.
painting, the finish is what makes the
But
house speak to you.
Is this the
This
shower?
is your own house. This is what you want.
Wait,
So even when it
why this shower is the tub? Like, I don't understand how this shower
comes to
looks.
nyaya dzemaplan,
No, I'm so sorry. I'm
choose
so
the
sorry,
plan
Tariro, and things like
yaimba
that.
yaunoda
Like
kuzogara.
saying
Makalazi
something. I don't
asingazokutyisi
know
kuti
if it's bad or
wakarara
what,
unenge uchitanga
but I just
kuchengeta
want to
nemadzikiro
understand
kuti akomana
how
akomana,
is
but
this
why?
this shower
Because the finishing, it makes the house
has a
speak to you.
bathing
It makes
tub.
the house look more beautiful
I never
for
saw
you.
that. I never saw that
This
in my
one,
life. I don't want to
you
lie.
have to budget
Because
around
always,
2,000 to around
Please,
3,500, just
show that
depending
side.
with the project, the colors that
No
you
way,
have
no way,
used.
guys. We need to go back, please. I'm so sorry, guys. I just want to understand here.
I just advise people to
Okay, let's
choose
go to
their
the bath.
colors wisely. What works for you, don't choose the color.
No, I don't understand. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't understand. I never saw this in my life. I don't want to lie. I never saw this. Like, what you call it? The tub with a shower. How? Is that it's not a shower, right? It's not a mainly like a shower, serious shower, things like that. I never saw that. I don't say there's nothing like that, but I never saw that in my life. I don't want to lie. I never saw that. But it's a good thing, I guess. But how are you going to stand there, bro? Because the water will go all over. Because at the time, like, she was showing the side panel, the glass one, I was like, what's that extra? Because I see the shower, but the thing is doesn't have the curtain. You know those shower curtains, the plastic one, the silk ones. It's not there. That's why I was asking myself, what's going on? Oh, I didn't see the towel by then. But I don't understand.
Because you've seen it on the next door, choose the color
I don't know. Okay, she was somewhere there.
That you have used and everything. And also, like what most of the builders, the painters we have featured on this channel say, please avoid using cheap quality paints, because if you use those paints, when the rain comes, your paint will be washed away and you just have to do the work again. But if you use quality paints, you know that 10 years, 15 years down the line, your house will still look new. And also when it comes to paint, we come back to the issue of the places where you buy your stands. It also goes back to that. The places where you buy, if you buy in a wetland, you have to know that even you buying in a wetland, it also affects the outcome when it comes to nyadze paint. After our paint, 2 years down the line, or even a year down the line, you start seeing the paint ichitapeel off. It's because wakachuza kwekutenga stand kuserereko. And I've seen mamwe dzimwe dzimba dzinotoita mamolds anototyisa. So as to avoid this, choose where to buy your stand kwakanaka. Choose the best place and choose the best quality paints. Then from there, you've finished everything else, the paint is done, the house is looking habitable, and everything is just in place, and you're smiling, you're saying, yes, thank you, Jesus, you have done it for me. But this is where now you need your Gerald in your life. This is now you need your Gerald in your life. I'm sure many of you who have been following me for quite some time, you know the Gerald that I'm talking about, the Gerald who does ceilings, based in Bulawayo. But he's really good at his work. He travels everywhere across Zimbabwe. Even if you want him to do your project even if you want him to do a project in South Africa, Botswana, Zambia, he can travel to come and do that project for you. He's really good. He's really good. And I think I can also safely say he has never disappointed. Most people he has worked with, he has been delivering the best. I think the only challenge that he might be having with clients is because of maybe his charges, but people, they don't understand how
she must
he
put
works,
the prices,
the material that he works, because for everything to come out really nice, it also goes
okay, let me write these
to
things down,
the material that you have used. And remember the videos that we have done, he uses the galvanized material, and some people mostly they use planks, yes, they use that. So already there's a difference. His ceilings, they are very durable. Unotokwira pamusoro peceiling ukaita zvaunoda,
and nothing. I like Zimbabwean content creators, guys. They are so humble, they are so humble in a way. Like, if you ask for assistant, if you ask like what you call this thing, for instance, to react on her channel, I told her like I don't have that much following. and I do reaction videos and things like that. She didn't even hesitate. She said, no, it's cool. Do it. You know? And there's this guy of mine, Kevin Billiot. I just asked him, like, bruh, I do content like this, like this, like this. And the guy reached out and said, no, bro, there's no problem. You can do this content. And the guy now we're talking, you see, about the content thing. I'm a small content creator, but those big content, I take them as a big content creators here in Zim because they generate big numbers, guys. Okay. When it comes to content, I won't count like the skits guy. I won't count like what you call those guys who do comedy and things like. To me, those things, bruh, for me, for real, that's not content, bruh. That's called like what you call this thing. I don't want to call it manipulation and things like that because if someone gays, I want you guys to respect these people. Né? I'm so sorry to post the videos like this. Né? I want you guys to respect content creators who create content that brings value to people. Because most of the content creators in Zimbabwe, they do skits, they do what you call a vulgar thing, guys. Like, for instance, okay, the problem is that I'm reacting to someone's videos. But if I wasn't reacting to this woman's video and things like that, if it was like my own shit, I was going to name the names of the people that are doing content that is off, like giving value to the people who are watching. Do you understand? Don't just generate money on like putting people in a wrong path. Do you understand? I don't know if you get it. Like most of the influencers here, I get surprised when the company or the what you call those advertisers, things like that, the sponsors sponsor a person who does go to a TikTok live and things like that, and then saying bad ways like vulgaring to people, things like that. I don't know how like the sponsor the person like that. Do you understand? Because most of the time, those are not the people to sponsor too, bruh. They have a bad reputation. This person has a good reputation. You can watch her video like from start to finish because it's bringing value to you, bruh. I think nowadays we're fucking retarded, all of us, because now we enjoy more content that we know that this thing is not reality. Do you understand? Nowadays, I'll talk about the gay shit. Do you understand? Now people are starting to be gay. Now we're watching that thing. Now we're allowing our kids to watch that thing instead of teaching our kids about this thing. This kind of investments, bruh. These people, they don't just do this content that brings value to people, the real estate one and the building out the one. They do even the agricultural one, the business ones. Those are the content you must swallow. Swallow. Is it eating or what? It's swallow. This is the content that you must like digest. Do you get it? Do you get it, guys? So I don't know, bruh. I really respect these people because the numbers that they're generating, getting this 7.2 views that she's getting, but it's not easy from the content that she's making. And if she can check most of the time, these people who are watching his content are not from Zim right now. Most of them, they are diasporans. They are out of Zim. You know? People in Zim that must digest the content, that's this content, they're not, bruh. And we're the people who are busy crying, yeah, there's no money, there's no work, there's no shit like this. You keep on complaining. While these people are fucking feeding you this shit, you are busy watching comedians, skits. What the fuck? Busy going to attend. What's this thing? I'm so sorry about saying this shit, but it's okay. Let's finish this shit. But guys, I just wish that everyone learns from these guys. There's this other guy again who does videos with Kevin Pilias. I forgot his name most of the time because his name is like in a Shona thing. But I can check it for you here. He does good content. And there was this video that I was watching. This video. Wait. Let me go here. Okay. Where's my guy? This video, this guy was talking about. They were saying like most of the content creators. Oh, wait. What's going on? I think I'm lost here. There's this guy I'm looking for. I forgot his name actually. This guy is on Facebook, bro. He gives advices to content creators, to contents. I don't know why it's not opening. Okay, guys, let's finish this
happens
video.
that singing then... it's good as that. And yeah, he's really good. If you want, please try him. For those who are building mansions, you want something that is really beautiful, that speaks to you, that speaks to your house, that makes everyone who visits you to say wow, then you need a Gerald. Okay, so for the ceiling installations, you need around 2,000 going upwards, depending with the person who is doing that ceiling for you, and also depending with the ceiling type that you have chosen. Some they prefer plain ceilings, some they prefer the designer ceilings, and some they prefer men, whatever. But
Yeah, me for
izvozvo
sealing,
it makes the
okay.
charge to be
Most of the things, yeah, when I'm
shining
building my house,
yakaita
I'll do it
because
myself.
of that.
Like a
So we are talking
ceiling,
of 2,000 going
not
upwards,
plastering. That's made
depending
more work.
with all that. From
Not
there,
roofing.
many people they take this part for
Did she
granted.
put the tiles?
But this
I don't
is
think
the
so.
hidden cost. It comes besides all the costs that we have talked
This
about,
yard is
the
too
site
big.
costs, everything. To my expenses, this is where they fall in Panap. We talk of
Damn,
the
that
transport,
beam,
we
bruh. You
talk
see how
of
big is that beam?
water. At times there will be water shortages. Kana makarongeka makatoisa enyuma
Balls.
makatoisa enyuma machimatank, and everything is just
Yeah,
in
water must
place.
be
So
there,
this
man.
is where everything falls
Before you
in.
start building,
Site
like
security,
you
you're
need
paying for the council, my site
me when
visits,
I'm
abanenge
building, bruh,
vachita,
I'll put
my
like
mistakes,
about
my
40 to,
reworks,
let
and
me say
everything
20,000
fall under
liters
this
or
part.
tanks of
So
water
don't
before I
take
start.
this for granted. And
And
when
if
you're
each
planning
tank
your
when it's
own
get
building
finished must be
project, you have to
refilled.
put this in
The
mind.
water must be there
This
always.
hidden costs, you're going to get them whether you want it or not. And when it comes to the issue
Oh, this guy's
when it
banned
comes to
here, bruh.
areas which are being developed right now, you see
How many
Kuti,
people
at
are going to
times
live here?
water is the last thing that you have in the
I am
community,
living in
depending with who is the developer and everything. For the building project to go on, you need the water. So by that, you also have to buy the water. So
No, me, I'll drill the bore
yes,
before I
some
start
they can
building.
do with mugodi, votochera mugodi and all
Yeah.
that, but vamwe vanenge vasingakwanisi. So zvinongosiyana
Yeah, I'll
siyana
start with
futi.
the
We
borehole.
are looking at the
Like
cost yekuma around
1 month period before
2,500
I start building.
going upwards,
And then I'll put
depending
like
on
Jojo
kuti
tanks.
ndikupi the cost dzako, or even tongoti plus or minus 2,500 zvichingoenderana. For those who are in the diaspora, I know most people they think of having the project managers who will be helping fully managing the project,
Yeah.
site foreseeing, doing the payments, quality control.
Did she like promote any brand on this video? Because I never saw like her promoting a brand like something like that. I think she didn't. I think there's no brand like that. Oh, there is. There's the guy that's like most
For your
from
own,
around
and
the
also
world doing
helping you
sealing
to
and
have
things like
that
that.
peace of mind while you're in the diaspora. They hope those in the diaspora, even the locals, to have the peace of mind when they are doing the projects. And remember, all this that we have been talking about, they make it seem very easy for you because they will be doing all the work for you, doing the errands, running from point A to point B, and all that. So most people they prefer to have someone on their project who will be managing the projects for them. So for a project manager, we are looking at around $3,000 for him to be managing a project. So for those who are in the diaspora, I know at times you might end up paying more because you're not on the ground, you're sending someone, and those people, they might be inflating the prices for you because you're not there to verify, to check everything. So these are some of the costs that you should also put in mind if you want to start your own building project, because no matter you want to avoid it, it also happens. So you have to be careful with the people that you use, the people you choose to run or do the errands for you. So remember, I said this is for a standard house that is around 120 square meters to around 200 square meters, the floor plan. And this is an average of around 3 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms to around 5 bedrooms, depending on how big the rooms are. And please, don't argue with me. When the 300 square meters, you can have a 5-bedroom house, but that only means that the rooms will be a bit small, but you can have that. Even if you have got a stand size that is around 200 square meters, 300 square meters, 400 square meters, maybe to around 500 square meters. Yeah, thereabouts. If you have got bigger land, then maybe this will work for your cottage. If you want to build a cottage, this will definitely work for you. Like I promised, I'm now giving the final estimated cost for the building project. So for the low budget, for you to start your house from foundation up to the roofing and all the finishings, you have to look at around $20,000. This is the figure that I've come up with. You have to look.
What did you say?
Estimated cost for the building project. So for the low budget, for you to start your house from foundation up to the roofing and all the finishings, you have to look at around $20,000.
And me, there's a house that they are selling nearby where I stay, and they asked me like to create a flyer because I do graphic designing on my side way, and they are selling their house for, they said 15, yeah, it's like 15,000. The house has a roof, is in roof level, and it has kitchen door, dining door behind, in the back there's no door, There's no space for the door. Okay, and it's a 8-roomed house, 1 dining, 1 kitchen, 6 bedrooms, and 1 main plus a toilet and a bath. Yeah, and the stand I think it's the same like my mother's. Is a 10. If it's not 10 by 15, it's like 15 by 20, somewhere there. I'm not really sure. Is it 15? 1 feet? It's 15, yeah. It's 15 meters. 15 meters. How long is 15 meters? 20 meters. Aye, me, I'm stupid. Yo.
This is the figure that I've come up with. You have to look
Yeah.
at around $20,000. Remember, this figure is based on the quality of the material that you would have chosen,
yeah.
and also the people who will be doing the work for you. Where your project is, those factors they fall in on their part. Realistic budget, we are looking at around 30,000 plus, 30,000 plus. Depending also with the quality of the material, the people you have chosen
Like
to do the project for you,
right?
and all those other factors. Then if you're someone who is looking forward to be having the best and comfortable finish for their home, the total amount that you have to look for is around $40,000 going upwards. That's the budget for the house, for it to complete, for it to be very habitable, very beautiful, very nice, with beautiful finishings. You have to look at $40,000 going upwards. And one thing that I have to tell you guys is that
that is
each and every stage, you don't have to rush to do your project and complete your project. Do it bit by bit and see how everything goes. Thank you so much, guys. This is all that I had for today. And I hope you really enjoyed watching this video. Up until next time, cheers.
100 and something. Oh, CapCut. CapCut. Okay, good video. Great video by Tari and Mac. You guys need to go and subscribe. Let me show you their channel. Okay, let me just go here.
Most people think you need millions of US dollars to start your own building project here in Zimbabwe.
I never saw any ads, I mean. No, for real. Now I'm watching this for the second time. No ad played. She's not monetized.
Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.
Okay. You need to go and subscribe, guys. Me, I'm already subscribed. Oh, okay. You guys, you can't see that I'm subscribed. I'm already subscribed, guys. You see? Already subscribed. Good content creator, guys. She's a great content creator. You guys, you need to go and subscribe to Tari and Mac. Yeah, Tariro and that's a say name, Machikoto. Machikoto. I'm so sorry for pronouncing wrong. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. GG's. We said GG's or yeah.